Hello everybody, welcome back to the RostyMaths channel. In this video, we are going to learn how to draw a quadratic graph. Bearing in mind that you can use the same method that I show you to draw not just a quadratic, but a straight line graph and also cubic graphs that gives you a bit of a wave looking like that. Let's jump straight into the lesson. So because my main focus is going to be on a quadratic graph, I thought it would be a good idea to start with a quadratic graph. So you have a situation like this where the question says, draw the graph of x squared plus 3x minus 4 for x being greater than or equal to minus 5 and x being less than or equal to 2. What they've actually given you there is what x values you should use to do this question. So let's go and line up our x values. So I'm going to start first of all by pulling a quick line. So I'm going to make a table here. Now in the exam, you will be given most of this information anyway. You'll already have the table and all you got to do is fill in the missing values. But I'm showing you from scratch how to do this. So on my table then, I need to put the x values that they've given me. They said that it should be inclusive of -5, so use -5 all the way down to 2. So these are my x values here, and I'm going to be going -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2, like so. Now the next thing that I need to do is put down the side what I'm going to be substituting. So I'm going to split up my function into x squared plus 3x and take away 4. So I'm going to have x squared here plus 3x take away 4, and then just below that I'm going to now stick my y values. So I'm just going to pull a line there again, and I'm going to say, let's choose a different color, that my y values are going to be down the bottom there. Now, when you have a function like this, you can do it with any function. Just look at the function carefully and then split up the terms that you have got down the side of your table. So I've got 3 terms, 1, 2, and 3, and that's them down the side there. Okay, what does it all mean then? Okay, so the x squared means square all of the x values at the top. So let's go ahead and do that. Now 5 squared is going to be, I'll change my color again, minus 5 squared is 25, minus 4 squared, minus 4 squared is 16, minus 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4, 1 squared is 1, 0 is 0, 1 squared is 1, and 2 squared, that gives me 4. Now if I've lost you for a second, you don't know where did you get these answers from, all I'm doing is taking the minus 5 and substituting it here and squaring it. Now squaring it means I take my minus 5, square means minus 5 times minus 5, which is positive 25, because I'm multiplying a negative by a negative. Okay, and that's basically where that came from. Then I did the same thing with the 4, the 3, the 2, and so on. Okay, here we go again now. Now this second line says 3 times x. That means that 3 needs to multiply by all of these values up here, because those are my x values. So 3 times -5 is going to give me -15. Now 3 times -4 is going to give me -12. I'll do one more and then I'm going to speed it up. So 3 times -3 is going to be -9. And then now I'm just going to finish this off. So that's going to be -6, -3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is +3. 3 times 2 is +6. And then finally now I have got all of these -4s here. Now they don't have any x's next to them. So basically what this means, 4 is a constant. I need to just take away 4 from all of my answers here. So I'm just going to put that -4 all the way across there. And just like that, that bit is done. Now, how do I find my y values? So to find my y values, what I need to do is add up all the values that form in the middle there. And that's it. So let's go ahead and do that together. So I'm going to add the 15 and the 4 becomes negative 19. And then I add 25. And this then becomes a positive 6. Then I will do the same thing again. 12 and 4 makes minus 16. Plus 16 is going to be 0. This one, 9 take away 9 is 0. So I'm left with minus 4 there. On the next one, we've got 4 take away 4 is 0. So I've got minus 6 here. And you can see what's going on for the rest of it. So that becomes negative 7, add 1, that's negative 6 again, negative 4, 0, and 6. So you know what's happening there. So now I've got all of my y values. Now it's time to go draw the graph. Now what points do I use? Well, the x value goes with those y values down here. So when x is negative 5, the y value is positive 6 all the way up there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and plot these points. So negative 5 goes with 6, that's my first point. Negative 4 goes with 0, so that's bang on the x-axis right there. Then we've got negative 3 goes with negative 4, so negative 3 down to negative 4 all the way there. So we're just going to pop that in there. Then we've got minus 2 and minus 1. They're both negative 6s, so we're just going to plonk those in. So negative 6 here and there. And then we've got 0 with negative 4. What's that now? 1 and 0. 2 and 6. Now if you're doing this for a test or something like that, you immediately get 1 mark just for plotting these points, and you get 2 marks for filling out the missing values of the table. Usually when they give you this table, they'll give you some of the answers already, and you only need to find about 3 of them. Now I'm going to take my time, I'm going to get my best artistic skills out, and I'm going to draw this graph. So here we go. Please do not judge me. I'm going to take my time with this one. Okay, so it's really sketchy drawing it on the iPad, but I gave it my best go. It's not the smoothest, but that's all right. That will more than do. So that's basically it. So now we've drawn the graph, we have basically finished. Now, a few points just to make here, or one main point just to make. When you draw this graph, this is called a parabola. Now, when you draw this graph, it must always take this beautiful shape, or it can be upside down, but it must always take this beautiful shape. If you've plotted a point and it creates a dent in the graph, let's say, now I'm going to start messing around with it. Let's say, you know, you end up with a point out here or something, you know that something is wrong. Or you may end up with a point in there and then your graph does something like this. Something is wrong there as well. So please make sure that when you draw the graph, you get a very smooth curve where all the points join beautifully one into the other. Anyway, this is it for this lesson. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe below if you haven't as yet, and ring that notification bell so you know every time a new video has landed. But for now though, until I see you on the next one, peace.